time to start some trouble. It's not how much time you have. It's how you use it. Time is not on your side. I like hitting you. Good a time as any to act reckless. We'll do it the hard way.
What's up guys, welcome back. Playing Ekko today and of course also using his new Star Guardian skin. So Ekko is a champion you can play mid or jungle depending on what you like the most. He's an AP assassin, really fun to play, has a lot of burst damage, has high mobility as well and is also pretty safe. You want to start off with your Q level 1 because you need that ability to last hit with, because that is your ranged damaging ability. So just stay back and then you wait for the minions to be low HP, then you throw out the Q, and if you can then you also last hit minions with your auto attacks, but sometimes you will end up taking a lot of damage in return, so just use the Q to farm with. It deals damage twice, but the returning part, that's where most of the damage is at, so when you damage minions and champions, then try to hit with the returning part. Your passive is like Electrocute, just way stronger. And your Q can give you 2 stacks of that passive, it's going to pop at 3 stacks. So at level 2 it becomes really easy to proc it, because then you have that mobility spell up. So you can actually go for all ends. Popped him right there with the flash. Knight. And the auto attack for easy kills, so Ekko actually becomes really strong at level 2 because your Q and your E has a pretty low cooldown. So you just wait, you pop your passive and the electrocute, and then you wait for your passive and electrocute to be back up again, and then you just go in. Just repeat that over and over. Most champions, especially mages, will not be able to deal with that because they don't have as low cooldowns as you have. Buying a Dark Seal here because he's an AP assassin, meaning that you will snowball most games, and that means that you will get a lot of stacks on that Dark Seal, so later on you will be able to upgrade it. And your W is that CC ability that you have that will also give you a shield if you're inside that zone once it pops. If you use it outside of vision, then you can hide some of the animation effects to make it a bit easier to land, but in trade you don't have to hit the stun all the time. You can just use it so you can get the shield, because the shield is pretty massive. And now to his most important combo. So normally if you just use your Q, then it's pretty easy to see and dodge as well. But you can hide the animation of your Q inside your E. And if you do that, it becomes insanely hard to dodge, because like you're hiding the animation, so they will not be able to see it come out. That's a very easy way for you to land that 3-hit passive. Well, that's an early fight starting, with both junglers being here, but we are pretty low, so a bit risky, so we can just sit back. But try to hide the animation of your Q inside your E as much as possible. You can also like animation cancel your W with your E, but most of the time you want to use it with your Q. So you can just push this out, and then we also want to look for a reset. When you have 5 points into your Q, guys, then your Q will start one-shotting the backline minions, as long as you make sure that you recall and got your items too. And of course you can use your E to dash over walls with. Also that one I did previously. It's a bit difficult though. You have to make sure that you're standing really close to the wall before you attempt to dash over it. And we should be good to go. This fight does not have anything up. So we can just walk all the way back to base. Already got a couple stacks on the Dark Seal as well, which is nice of course, and then we will start building towards the rocket belt, which is the best mythic item on Ekko. It is the best because it gives the highest damage, and then also the active has great synergy with your combo. Because when you go in with the EQ combo, then you can use the active to like auto attack reset, so you like get that passive proc off insanely fast. It's like an instant one-shot combo. It's a bit weird playing on high ping, but it is what it is. Sometimes when you want to show the skins and you don't have it on the main account, it has to be here. Now the ultimate is ready, so some Ekko players don't like to skill it immediately because it's gonna show the ghost. So you have like that one-time surprise moment where people overextend when they see you being low HP, and then you skill that ultimate and then you use it immediately because it's going to heal you based on the damage you have received recently, and it's also going to deal a ton of damage. So if you're good at tracking the ghost without skilling that ultimate, then you can keep it like this and then you can use it when you need the ultimate. It only works once though, but usually I don't do it because like when you get into higher elos, people know it. Like it's pretty obvious, so most of the time I actually don't do it. But right now it's just to show it. So you go for short trades with this champion where you get to proc the passive. It also works on the minions and the monsters as well. But because it works on the minions, then you have really good wave clear. So just try to hit the entire wave with your Q, which will allow you to push it out really fast. Like some champions can be pretty difficult to hit with your W, like the stun itself. So if possible you want to like make sure that you're staying out of vision before you should W, because then you hide the initial animation. And the sound too. Also like if you want a quick recall back to lane, you can actually use your ultimate to like get back to lane after you bought something. Not something I do recommend that you do very often, only when you are absolutely sure that nothing is going to happen and you just AFK farm. Because that ultimate is your safety card. It makes it so difficult to take down an Ekko when his ultimate is up. Against this Vladimir, you want to play around his W, so right now he used it. So now is usually the time where you look to like find engage onto him. Try to like play around the main engage or anti-engage ability they have, try to like bait it out, and then you go all in. We have a Morgana gang coming in, which is not going to end up in anything because his W was up. But Ekko spikes really hard in the mid game. He can also be strong early game if you're playing against mages, because they have too high cooldowns to be able to deal with your constant engages. And I just flashed for this one even though it was guaranteed because you're playing assassin. So you want the kills. Also got a blue buff and a couple stacks on the dark seal, so worth it. And there's a massive burst damage combo you can see when you combine your passive and the electrocute. That's a lot of early game damage. Unfortunately he did end up surviving, but you see how much damage we're dealing early on, and it's only going to get a lot better from here. You see that ultimate damage is actually also pretty insane, I would say. Like later on, when you get a couple AP items, it will end up one-shotting squishy champs. But it's also really difficult to hit somebody with, because they can always see the ghost. Unless you're out of vision. Like if you're out of vision, they cannot see the ghost. So that's a way for you to like surprise them and find a way to like hit them with the ultimate. But most of the time you actually don't use it to damage, because Ekko, as a champion, has a lot of built-in burst damage with his passive. So what you do most of the time is that you stay hidden in a corner somewhere, you try to hit them with a W, then you go in with the EQ, into rocket belt active, into passive proc, and then use that ultimate to escape with. So most of the time this ultimate is used to like get you back to safety after you got a kill. We are making a roam bot side. I like to roam a lot with champions like the Ekko. And this time around we got rewarded because there was a massive double kill right there, and we also got a stun off. He has really good roams with that W especially. The way you want to place it is that the path you think they'll be trying to escape towards, try to place it a bit ahead of them. So if they flash or dash, they will end up running into it. That's like the easiest way to hit it when you gank. In the lane though, you should not expect to land this W a lot of the times if you play against something like a Vladimir or mobile champions, because it's pretty easy to dodge. But when you roam, it should be a lot easier. Well, he did flash out W, but Morgana landed a really nice Q, so that's another kill. And even though we are not getting the kill right here, we are stacking up that Dark Steel, so of course we are going to upgrade it later on. And the rocket belt is online. The reason you buy this every single time on Ekko, first of all, you get the highest possible damage from it. Second reason is because it has great synergy with your main combo, because it allows you to proc that passive instantly. So you go in with the EQ and then you instantly activate the rocket belt to auto attack reset, so you get instant passive proc. Not only that, because it also gives you a little bit of bonus moon speed. When you try to land a long range W, you can use that active to like gap close and make sure that you are inside that W zone, so you can get the stun off too. So lots of ways you can use it, and that's why it is the best mythic item on Ekko. We're just constantly making roams to the bottom side. If they have a very squishy bot side, then it's even easier for you to pull off ganks. So you play against something like a Vladimir who just stays back and perma heals up at the tower. What you do, just Q spam the minion wave when you are level 9, which is when you have 5 points into the Q. It is going to one-shot the backline minions. If you are using the build I am using, meaning that's why you start spiking really hard, because you have great wave clear. So shove it in and then just roam. And another free kill using that ultimate to get close with. Ekko can play extremely aggressive, also under the enemy or the opponent's tower. You have to be really good at playing around the tower, attacking, you know, rotation timers and stuff. And also play around your passive, and also play around their CC or their disengage or whatever they have. Just focus on playing around the passive. Like, the champion is pretty simple. He is not a difficult champion, because all you do is that you play around that electrocute or empowered electrocute passive. And then when you proc it, you get some bonus movement speed, so you can use that to make sure that you're staying within range of the opponent, or you can also just disengage for the short trades. What do you guys think about the skin, by the way? I actually think it looks pretty cool. And this is the Prestige Star Guardian Ekko skin. I don't really think he fits in this Star Guardian theme, but it still looks pretty cool in my opinion, so definitely something I'll be trying to get on my main accounts. Like, the skins in general are just pretty cool looking for all the champs, I think. For the Star Guardian, but we are in the mid game. What do you do in the mid game? You split push, because you have high mobility, strong 1 versus 1. and you can take down towers really fast. Remember, the first part of your E is a dash, so if you play against the Vex or something, he's going to get a empowered passive auto attack because it's a dash, but the second part of your E is a blink. And if you are fed, yes, you can go for those 1 versus 2s. Even if you're not fed, you just have to play well around your W and your ultimate. Unfortunately, he had the Zhonya's. For whatever reason, does not matter, we got the kill and we're going to get out. And that's a fully stacked Dark Seal and 9 kills on the Ekko. You'll not have 9 kills every game, but you should definitely be aiming to get kills when you play an AP Assassin and a Diver. We got the Magi's only because we are fed, so of course it helps you snowball even faster. And then next item, you have the boots, and then next item can be the Lich Bane or the Nashor's Tooth. Lich Bane is very good if you're playing against a squishy team because it gives you higher burst damage. If you're playing against, you know, bruisers or other tankier champions, then Nashor's Tooth is great just because it gives you higher damage in extended fights. And another free double kill right there, so you can see if you place that W well, then you will end up having a lot of free stuns because it's a massive AoE stun. But buy Lich Bane if you're playing against a squishy team because high burst damage is more important there. You just want to one-shot them in a single combo, and that's why Lich Bane is better. But if you're playing against a tankier team, then you can go for Nashor's Tooth because it has less burst damage but more damage in extended fights. And just split push also, Lich Bane. You know, the Shin passive works on the towers with your E as well, so it also allows you to push it in a lot faster. We took down the bot tower, not taking out the inhibitor yet. You want to do that at around 20 minutes or later on. And just picking up kills here and there. Pretty easy to do so when you're fed, honestly. Like Ekko, pretty easy to play, snowballs really hard, and just really easy to get kills for yourself as well at this point in the game. So if you're looking for a high mobile champion that is really fun to play, has lots of burst damage, and super safe as well because of his ultimate, then yes, Ekko can be a really good choice. So definitely something I can recommend that you pick up because he's always good. Like, he's good in every single meta. Always has a great win rate as well and never really gets nerfed for mid lane. And because they also made it so his passive deals a lot of damage to the monster camps, even when you play him in the jungle, when you go to take down the monster camps, you can do those really fast as well. So you can actually get really high CS numbers on this champion, if that is your goal. Now we're sitting on that massive spike. Next item, always buy the death cap, do not buy the Zhonya's. Because if you get the death cap, like, you pretty much have a free Zhonya's in your ultimate, like a safety. Get out of jail card, right? So you don't need the Zhonya's early on. If you get the death cap, you are going to one-tap every single squishy in the game with a basic combo. Right now I'm really fed, right, so I'm going to do it anyways, but when you get the death cap and you're not as fed as I am right now, you will still be able to do it. Like EQ, auto attack, and bam. The AD carry, the mage, the Yone, or whatever they have, they will get one-tapped. The only time you don't buy the death cap at this point, like after you have these items, is if they are stacking MR, because then you want the void stuff. But always get one of these two items before you get the Zhonya's. And actually sometimes I even skip the Sonias when I feel like I don't need it, because then you can get higher damage by getting the Nash's Tooth as your last item. We're just running around the map chasing for kills. We can just go for the end whenever we want to. We are insanely fed, but this is pretty much how we want to play the Ekko. It is an assassin pretty much, where you want to snowball and look for kills, play aggressive in the lane. Roam a lot too, because he has pretty great wave clear. And in the mid game you start going to the side lane and then you pressure that way. Force people to come defend against you. But if you team fight, you want to be flanking. But that is how you want to play Ekko. Thanks for watching and see y'all next time.